students, in first lecture we discuss about the uniform circular motion. We know uniform circular motion is a motion object is revolved around the circumference of the circle with constant speed. When object is revolved in the circumference of the circle, at that time two forces are activated. First one is the centripetal and second one is the centrifugal. In next lecture we discuss about the application of uniform circular motion, and in third lecture we discuss about the horizontal circular motion. Now in this lecture we will be discussing about the vertical circular motion. Now first question is there, what is the difference between horizontal circular motion and vertical circular motion? In vertical circular motion, weight force is sometime parallel, sometime perpendicular, and most of the time at an arbitrary angle to the centripetal force. But in horizontal circular motion, weight force always perpendicular to the centripetal force. In horizontal, vertical displacement of object relative to ground remains constant, and in vertical it does not constant. When we will be discussing actual vertical circular motion, at that time we know that there are two main types of vertical circular motion. First type is a controlled vertical circular motion such as giant wheel, and second one is vertical circular motion controlled only by gravity. For example, supply the necessary energy at lowest point. During this motion, there is interaction of kinetic energy and gravitational potential energy. Means first is controlled by us and second one is controlled by gravity. Now, application of this vertical circular motion is point mass undergoing vertical circular motion under the gravity, and its first part is mass tied to a string. This figure shows mass tied to a string. In this figure, bob tied to string, but string is massless, flexible and inextensible. When it is reeled along the vertical circle, so that bob performs a vertical circular motion and string rotates in vertical plane. Remember this thing. When it is reeled along vertical circle, so that bob performs vertical circular motion and string rotates in vertical plane. In this figure, 4 points are there. Point A is uppermost point, point B is lowermost point, point C and point D is middle point. But C related to the accelerates and D related to the retardates. In figure, TA is tension along point A, TB means tension along point B, TC and TD means tension with respect to point C and with respect to point D. mg is weight of the bob. If we focus on the force, here we know that at any position of the bob, there are only two forces acting on the bob. First one is mg, acted vertically downward, but it is constant. And second force is tension. It is directed along the string and towards the center, but magnitude changes periodically with time and location. As motion is non-uniform, resultant of these two forces is not directed towards the center except the uppermost and lowermost position, means at point A and point B. At all other position, part of the resultant is tangential and it is used to change the speed, means at point C and point D. At position A, means at uppermost position, both mg and ta are downwards, that is towards the center. In this case, their resultant is used only as the centripetal force. Its resultant is used only as centripetal force if Va is the speed at the uppermost point, means mg plus Ta is equal to mv square A upon r, and radius r of the circular motion is the length of the string for minimum possible speed at this point, and it is minimum speed, so we can write Ta is equal to 0. If Ta is equal to 0, this equation is Va is equal to square root of Rg, means Va minimum is equal to square root of Rg, means at uppermost position speed is minimum and which is equal to square root of Rg. At position B, force due to the tension Tb is vertically upward, that is towards the center and opposite to mg. In this case, their resultant is the centripetal force. If Vb is the speed at lowest point, Tb minus mg is equal to mvb square upon r. We can write this equation from figure. Tb minus mg is equal to mvb square upon r. While coming down from uppermost to lower point, from A to B, its vertical displacement is 2r and motion is governed only by gravity. Decreasing gravitation, potential energy is converted into the kinetic energy. So we can write mg into 2r is equal to mvb square minus mva square upon 2. So we can write vb square minus va square is equal to 4rg, and this is known as the equation number 4. Using Va minimum is equal to square root of Rg, we can calculate the value of Vb, and that value is equal to Vb minimum is equal to square root of 5Rg. Subtract equation 3 minus 1, we get Tb minus Ta minus 2mg is equal to mvb square minus mva square upon r. This is equation number 5. And using 4, we get Tb minus Ta is equal to 6 mg. Now at position C and position D, mg is perpendicular to tension T. mg is perpendicular to T. Force due to T is a centripetal used to change direction of the velocity, and weight mg used only to change the speed, means tension T is centripetal and used to change direction of the velocity, and weight mg used only to change the speed. So we can write Tc minus Ta is equal to Td minus Ta, which is equal to 3mg. So Vc minimum is equal to Vd minimum is equal to square root of 3Rg. Now we see all four positions at point A, at point B, at point C and at point D. We know at point A, VA minimum is equal to square root of RG. At point B, VB minimum is equal to square root of pi RG. And at point C and D, VC minimum is equal to VD minimum, and which is equal to square root of 3RG. Now at arbitrary position, MG and T neither along same line nor perpendicular. Tangential component of weight is used to change the speed. It decreases the speed while going up and increases it coming down. Now in next lecture we discuss about the rotational motion. Thank you.